So basically what's happening is whenever we insert any new number at any index location, rest of the numbers will be shifted right and the new number will be placed at that position. Okay. So for that we can't use a normal array, but it's still possible, but we'll be using a array list. Okay, that will be more simpler. This is the syntax for array list, and firstly what we are doing is we are running the loop from I is equal to 0 to nums dot length. So we are adding the new element at the index I. Okay, means whatever index I is storing at that location, nums of I should be added. Okay, when this is done, we will finally have an array list of this, and we will be converting array list into the integer. Okay, by using target of I is equal to a dot get of I. Okay, by using this, all the elements of the array list which we initialize, those variables will be stored in the target of I array, and finally we will be returning the target. Okay, so let's run this program and see. So here I am getting the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the next one. The next question is to check if the sentence is a pangram. Okay, so let's see what is pangram. It's given in the question that a pangram is a sentence where every letter of the English alphabet appears at least once. Okay, so pangram means in the sentence at least one time each letter should appear. Okay, so the sentence, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. In this sentence we have all the letters of the English alphabet. Okay, so this is true. So how to check that? Okay, so for that I will be using a hash set in which I will be marking the whichever letter has occurred, I will be marking there 1. Okay, so what happens is for each letter I will be checking if it's appearing in the sentence or not, and based on that, that letter will be marked as 1. If all the letters are marked as 1, the sentence is true, means that set size is 26, means all the alphabets have been marked as 1, and then I can return like it is true. If this sentence is true, that means it will return as true, else it will return as false. Okay, this is boolean. So let's run this program and see. So here I'm getting the correct answer. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Our next question is to count items matching a rule. Okay, so let's read what the question is. In the next question, we have been given that count items matching a rule. Okay, so what is given is you are given with an array items. Okay, and where each item of I is equal to type I, color I, and name I. Okay, so we'll be given with rule key and rule value also. We have to check if any of this condition is true or not. Let's understand this by an example. Okay, so whatever the first word is, that is nothing but the type. Okay, that is type. Next is color. Third is name. Okay, this is type, color, and name. Type, color, and name. Here also type, color, and name. Then we'll be given with color, type, or name. Okay, any they can give, and the value will also be given silver or any other thing, whichever they give. Okay, that is the value, and this is the key. What we have to do is we have to check if the type means the first one, if in this case it's color, right? You have to see in the color place, do we have silver or not. Here there is silver, no. Here there is silver, yes. Here there is silver, no. So that means only one of the condition is getting satisfied, so output is 1. Okay, because there is only one item matching the given rule, which is computer, silver, and Lenovo. The next one is, here we have been given type, so we have to compare the first location. In first location phone is there, and here we have computer, here we have phone, and the value which is given to us is phone. Phone is repeated twice, once here and once here, so the output is 2 because there are 2 items matching the given rule. Okay, the first one and the third one. Okay, so there will be outputting 2. How do we approach this question? As you can observe here we have a list of list, because this inside this itself is an array, and this whole things are inside one another array. Okay, so these 3 things are inside another array. So we have a 2D array here. Okay, so that for that we'll be using a 2D list here, which will be a list of lists, and here we'll have the rule key and the rule value. Okay, that will be given to us by the question. Okay, and here we have the result, which will be storing how many things are getting matched. Okay, what we'll be doing is we'll be running through the loop. For each time we'll be accessing one of the lists. Okay, this whole list will be accessed once, then this one, then this one. Okay, now what we'll be checking is, suppose that we access this one. Here what we'll be checking, if rule key dots equals type. Okay, means the rule key if it's given as type, and items dot get I dot get 0. Get 0 means get the first element of the list. Get the first element. If that first element equals to rules value, whichever rule value they have given, if it equals to that. For example, in our case, the rule key is color, so this will not execute, this will execute, because rule key is given as colors, and items dot get 1 means get 1 means this one, this 0th index, first index and second index. In the first index, do we have silver? No, we don't have, so this will not execute, and this is not executing because it's name. Okay, we have been given with color. Next, it will move to the second list. So in the second list, what we have is computer, silver, and Lenovo. Okay. So what will be checked is silver, because it's a color. Yeah, this will be equated, and get I and get 1 equals rule value. If it equals to rule value, which is silver, and it's equal because both are silver, then rest plus plus. Okay. So result will be incremented by 1. Then everything will be repeated like with all the other elements, and since we don't have any other matching element, we'll be stopping there and returning the result value. Okay, so the return value of the result will be 1. Okay, because only one item was matched. Okay, so let's run this program and see. So here we are getting the correct output. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next question is to find the highest altitude. Okay, so the question is like this. We have been given with an array. Okay, and these are the means the differences between the points. Okay, means suppose that first what happens, the suppose that there is a biker who is going on a mountain. Okay, that mountain also has some valleys. Okay, so there is high points also, low points also. So first what happens, the biker starts and goes -5, means -5 meters the biker goes down. Okay, so the altitude is -5, then he goes 1 up, so it will be -4, then he goes 5 up, so it will be 1, then he goes 0, means he stays where he is, then he goes -7 times down. Okay, so in this whole journey, which is the highest altitude the biker has went, that we have to find out. How can we do that is, initially it will be 0. Okay, means the from where he is starting it is 0, then he went down by 5 meters, he went 5 meters down, so his altitude is -5. Then he went 1 meter up, so it is -4 now the altitude. Then he went 5 meters up, so the altitude is 1. Then he stayed there itself, so it is 1. Then he went -7 meters down, so the altitude is -6. Now among these numbers we have to return the highest altitude, means when he was going in this mountain, which is the highest point he had reached, that we have to calculate. Okay, here as you can see, the highest altitude is 1, right? How did we get this one? It's very simple. What we can do is, we can keep a sum counter here. What we will be doing is -5, and we'll do +1, and we'll be comparing with the maximum element. Initially maximum will be 0, -5 plus 1 will be compared with 0. Okay, since -4 is smaller, it will be 0 only. Then we'll compare the sum of these three, that will be stored in sum, and that will be compared with maximum. Here we will get as 1, so 1 will be compared with 0. Since 1 is greater, the maximum height as of now what we have reached is 1, so maximum will become 1. Then we'll add this and compare, and then we'll add this and compare, and finally the max will have the means the highest altitude, that will be returning here. Okay, so here we have max and sum. The loop is running from 0 to the length of this array, and whenever we get more maximum element, maximum will be updated. Okay, and finally we'll be returning the maximum element. Let's run this program and see. So here I'm getting the correct answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.